As many continue to speculate how the merger will work out between Labour Party and PDP, two spokespersons from the two parties have now confirmed that the merger wouldn't be like forming a huge party where all the members will come under the single party and they'll start conducting their affairs as a single party. No. The presidential campaign spokesman of the Labour Party, Atiku, and the Deputy Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Abdullahi, these two men confirmed that the two parties will not abandon their structures, that they will not form a single mega party that all their members will come under in order to produce single candidates in 2027. According to Atiku, it is left for the leaders of the two parties, that's talking about the presidential candidates of the two parties in the past election, to iron out modalities on cooperation between the two parties, that's alliance, not to form a single party. That alliance means that wherever you are strong, you will get an advantage. That's if Labour Party is strong in a particular state, Labour Party will be allowed to produce candidates in the state, like governorship, House of Assembly members, and all that. So how will it work out in presidential election? Yes, that's the main one. It's understandable that forming a new party and educating voters and members about the logo, their flag, and every insignia of the new party, it might be cumbersome considering that we are going into an election that the opposition must win in order to save Nigeria. If they don't win that election, then Nigeria might be gone. And for those thinking about how the alliance will work, whether it will bring confusion or not, no, it's actually very simple. If PDP is stronger in a particular state, what it means is that Labour Party will not field candidates in that particular state. In fact, they will have to campaign together, instruct all their members that they are supporting that particular candidate of the PDP. That's how it should work for Labour Party candidates in states where they are stronger than PDP. So it's actually very simple for them to work out. Labour Party and PDP are the main opposition parties. There are other smaller parties which they can also bring into the alliance so that it will be the entire opposition parties against APC during the election. Imagine having a ballot paper and it will be showing in different places APC and just one party. In another state, it will just show two parties, APC and PDP, or APC and LP, depending. Then in the presidential election, it will just show two candidates, two parties. So it will be easy for Nigerians to make the choice and vote against them. Imagine having all these ironed out 2 years to the election. It will be a crushing defeat for the APC. There wouldn't be any confusion, even if the voters are not educated, because APC is already known, Labour Party and PDP, they are all known parties. So imagine just having two parties or maybe three parties, assuming they don't eventually get all the other opposition parties under the alliance. If you have just few parties on the ballot paper, it's very easy for voters to make the choice and vote these people out of power.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Coming back to how they will select the presidential candidate, they should start by looking at candidates that do not have any baggage at all. Candidates that were never involved in any sort of corruption when they held public offices in the past. If they start by that, assuming there are up to 4 or 5 candidates that will declare their interest to run for president under the alliance, the first criteria should be to look at the past of these candidates. Not to be saying, the person did this but he was never convicted, blah blah blah. All these are excuses. You can't be preaching against something and be doing the same thing. They must do things that will not give the APC the opportunity to campaign against the candidate. Because if that candidate comes with a baggage, that means it will scare some people away from voting the candidate. They will say, instead of going for this candidate, why not just continue with this man? After all, he has done whatever he can do. There's nothing more to see. He has destroyed Nigeria's economy and many other things. All the failed policies, trial and error. Let's just endure it. After all, it's just 4 years. Some other people will say, let him just finish the 4 years. After all, it is the turn of the South and it will come back to the North. All these might bring division, so it's better for them to focus on the best candidate, because the problem we have in Nigeria is that they say, this person, whether he has the knowledge to solve the problems, doesn't matter. He will appoint people to do the job for him. But look at this man now. He has appointed 49 ministers. This one says this one does that. No one knows the direction. Everyone is just trying to impress people, and the other people are there pushing propaganda, thinking that governance is all about propaganda. So we need to avoid this kind of mentality. If the head of a financial institution, a bank for instance, doesn't know anything about banking, he shouldn't be heading the bank in the first place. Thanks for watching.